upload. Alright, so we're waiting. While we're waiting for the first match of the day, Herr Acker, Jesse the Emperor. With me on the casting couch is Fredinovic and Gummibär, who are not playing at the moment. So say hello to our viewers.
Hi, viewers.
Hello. Alright, so we got the Malians for Herr Acker and the Bulgarians for Jesse the Emperor. What do you think those players will do with that?
Yeah, so I think Jesse the Emperor will go quite aggressive with the Bulgarians because of the free mana downs upgrade, which is very useful if you want to make early questions.
Alright.
But I'm not sure.
Do you think he knows about that? I mean, the map is Nomad. That's something to keep in mind here.
Yeah, well, you're right. Usually Nomad is not the map where you like drush into flush, but with Bulgarians he could have that in mind at least. I mean, early aggression on that map is surprising a lot of opponents.
Indeed.
Yeah, and I think it depends on the starting spot. So if they knew about each other, maybe Jesse can attack Acker quite early with the mana downs, but if not, it would be quite hard for him to play mana downs.
Indeed, so that's the randomness of Nomad coming into play here. So we still have to wait one more minute. So I think I can speak for everyone here, was super hyped for these games.
Exactly.
And I think we're working through the technical difficulties in the A match as well, which is the penultimate show match basically between Food Please and Splay Buzzer. So at some point we might, depending on how long this game goes, we might then also spectate the other game as well.
Exactly. So just for the viewers, we had some Windows update issues just occurring this morning, just before the games happened. So I have problems, Glaberson has problems, our laptops currently are not working. And
Still not working.
We just hope that it will fix itself.
Okay, 85% for
85%.
Getting close.
For Splay Labuse.
At least here's a percentage. I have just a black screen.
Get wrecked.
Get wrecked, okay.
So, and yesterday everything worked fine because we already played some team games yesterday. Yeah. Alright, so the game is about to start. And Freddy seems to be very nervous. He's just running around the room. He's like, can't wait for his own first game to start.
For sure, I have a lot of energy.
I can see that. And he's ready for the quick dip, which we will do in the first break. Alright, and we're in the game between Jesse the Emperor and Herr Acker. We can actually look at the big screen, which is a little bit easier, I guess. And you can pull it. You can rearrange. We need to still figure out the local setup a little bit better. No. You can pull the table a little bit.
Exactly.
Yeah, just pull the table over. Yeah, stop. Oh, you guys. All right. So almost destroyed the TV as well. So with that, we're in the game, and basically we can see everything. That's the nice thing about these modern TVs with a high resolution. We can actually get the whole map into one big screen. So Herr Acker dropped his TC over here. He is the Malians, whereas Jesse the Emperor dropped his TC over here as the Bulgarians, as we already talked about. And I think we already missed some action over here. While the TV is being readjusted again, we have some will fighting over here, and who's gonna win? I think Jesse will win this will fight here. That's so risky. That's why you never go for these 1v1 will fights, because it's just a 50-50% chance at best, and then you're one villager down, and your opponent has basically an extra villager. So crucial in the early game. So, Gummibär, what do you think about the TC positions here?
Yeah, so Herr Acker positioning his TC, not finishing his TC,
not
going directly for the win.
What is this? Okay. Disaster start from Herr Acker.
Is he maybe too confident? I mean, I don't need TC, I just go for the wood.
What is this? Okay, now he finally realized. I mean, the good thing is, I think once he finishes the TC, he will get the 5 wood right away. So,
One wood.
So calculated there, I guess, so he can build the next house
Exactly,
right
and
away.
he is Malians, that's why he has already a fishing ship working. But of course he lost a villager, that's a great disadvantage. Jesse is already fishing with a villager. This is like even position right now, even though the Malians have a huge bonus.
Yes. So yeah, and you can see it here. Jesse the Emperor also having his town center up earlier. Already one more villager for him here.
Exactly. I don't like the position of the town center. Like it's down the hill, like surrounded by huge hills, like by two Eigers, right?
Yeah, two
Almost. And no too close stone access with.
But at least he has gold, so I think I like that. Whereas Jesse needs to walk a little bit
Herr
Herr Acker needs to walk a little bit to get his gold. But I think not too bad for both players
That's
overall.
true. What I don't like at Herr Acker's position is that he has not really a good food location nearby his TC. Usually it's quite important to have food and wood and other resources for sure as well, but they are like second priority.
Jesse's
Yeah, I mean, at least Herr Acker has ore, so he can take that. And then some a little bit further away, but yeah, he needs to spot those. Jesse getting housed.
and he was hiding a lot. So if you look at the village count, you know,
Jesse's still ahead. I mean, that's this early kill that he got. Still, this villager just getting all the fish. And for those of you who don't know, shore fish are in total 200 extra food. So 4 extra villagers being generated here, whereas Herr Acker does not have access to that. But he already has the 3 fishing ships against 1, so he is keeping his dock working.
Exactly. Yeah, so yeah, Jesse has to create more fishing ships. I think he's behind in that. I'm not sure why, to be honest.
yeah,
Because he has all his villages on wood, basically.
Yeah, and yeah, I think it's just like thinking about the production. I think he was occupied with the boar, so I think that's why he was not thinking about the fishing ships. But I think he will produce more.
Yeah, because it was looking nice too.
So how being housed. So I think we see the nerves of these players. I mean, it's the first match of the day, the first match of the second Couch Cup, and there's so much at stake here. We saw the giant trophy already. It's a giant cowbell. Jesse being housed again. What is this? Okay, let's go to his point of view. Oh, also on the way to being housed. So those 2 players really not thinking about enough living space for their villagers. And there it is. There is
the house bell.
And yeah,
I mean,
not even building a house. Now finally he's rushing one up.
I mean, Peter, I have a suggestion. We could ring our bell, the trophy, every time someone is housed.
Oh,
What do you think?
No, I think the neighbors won't like it.
yeah, I think we're gonna get evicted before the Couch Cup even finishes. Yeah, so finally not being housed anymore. But this gives Jesse again the opportunity to boom ahead and get housed again. So if either of these players would not get housed, they would have a huge advantage. But Jesse, I think, is already on the way of being housed again. He's at 18 population. He is creating a villager and probably also a fishing. No, he's not creating a fishing ship. He has 4 villages in the queue. No fishing ship. But I think, yeah, he's well on the way to being housed. But he's doing villager lead still Jesse the Emperor, but I mean he will now realize that okay, that's enough villagers for now. Oh, villager going down!
His weak villager, he has no loom yet. That's
He
why
doesn't have loom yet.
Okay.
Even though he had idle time. Yeah, so actually, but now he probably doesn't realize that he's housed because he can produce more, and I think that
But he could make loom right away.
yeah, he could do that, but he's not thinking about it because he has all these villagers in the queue, and he's like, okay, I can't cancel the villagers. They're being produced.
Yeah.
And that gives Herr Acker the chance to catch up again, and now we're both at 20 villagers, but Herr Acker has an additional house built already, so he can boom right ahead.
And he's doing the next one.
And he's even thinking about the next house, so he is learning from the mistakes. And yeah, we've got a nice number of fishing ships over here for either player. Now this weak villager from Jesse is making her way back to the main base. Messy wood line over here. No more food. And we've got a little bit of scuff. So maybe the A-match is starting. Still some technical difficulties. So we were already thinking about an admin loss. We didn't want to start the day with an admin loss, but it would have been well deserved. I mean, not showing up and then not having the capability of playing. That's yes. All right. So now Herr Acker, he doesn't have many resources, so he is just going to stone to mine something here.
I don't like that too much. I mean, usually you should. You should go for the gold first. I mean, you will need the gold anyway.
But probably he doesn't really see it. Let's see it. Okay, no, he does know about this gold, and he does know about this gold.
Exactly.
So Herr Acker, I think, wants to go for a tower rush, but I think it's maybe not the best strategy here. We do have a spec delay of 3 minutes, so that should be good enough. Because Herr Acker is on the way to Feudal Age, and Jesse the Emperor also on the way up to Feudal Age, a little bit earlier than Herr Acker. I think he just had a little bit more food. He had extra boar. He has the berries and a lot of cows is what he had. But in terms of villages, Herr Acker having 25 against 22, and that's extra villagers working the entire time, so he should have more resources once he reaches Feudal Age.
Exactly. I also like the resources of Jesse. Like he has 800 food in the bank. He should go for gold now, not to forget about the gold count to make a fast castle afterwards.
Yeah, but he's not thinking about that. That's one of the big issues always in the play of Jesse the Emperor. He's forgetting about gold. He's like, okay, I don't need gold. Why would I need gold?
Oh, no.
And now he finally thinks about it. But look at the food count. He could go up to Castle Age.
He could just go up to Castle Age and counter the tower rush.
Liking the wood as well. Yeah.
But
and they don't like the staying position because he blocks on the left and on the right.
Yes, and you will see that he will produce scouts, I guess. Yeah, yes, so throw away all that food, forget Castle Age, let's just get a few scouts.
Well, it makes sense at this point because he cannot approach Castle Age anyway in the near future.
I think, but I think he's overproducing maybe. I mean,
No, 4 okay. But
4 maybe are okay.
Better.
Would maybe have been better. We will see. I mean, but because knowing Jesse, he will spend more food on scouts. Right. So that would be the fear that he's like overspending, yes, and then he can't go up to Castle Age anymore. So let's see what he decides to do. In the meantime, let's look at the point of view of Herr Acker. Now finally we have some action on water. Herr Acker with the fire galley coming in here. And Jesse the Emperor has no reaction on water because he doesn't have the gold. He needs the gold for Castle Age. However, the fire galley of Herr Acker, a little bit inconsequential. First attacking the dock. Fishing ships of Jesse the Emperor can just flee to the south, and then Jesse the Emperor may redock again. Now the scouts are coming in, and will they find some damage over here? We already have the barracks and the archery range up for Herr Acker. He does have the blacksmith. So let's see what his resources are. Okay, resources very low, no food. That's very, very interesting, actually.
That also means that Herr Acker is spending his resources quite well.
Yes, indeed, but like he's nowhere near Castle Age. Now he has a single arch against all of these scouts.
Well, Michael.
Well done, well done. Oh, we see some quick walls, but I think that's not gonna be in time. The quick walls! Get high! Yeah. And yeah, with that he just needs to finish these houses, but then he's basically golden on this side, on the gold here, because the scouts cannot destroy the houses, and then he can just get all the gold he wants. Still a lot of idols, or no, it's just the archer inside the TC. Okay, he used the send villagers back to work command, and that leaves the military units inside of the buildings.
Exactly, and he's panicking spearman. If you look at the queue, like
5 immediately. That's an overreaction.
That's where all the.
And now a defensive tower. No, that's.
But I like Jess's micro. Like he's exploring. He's looking for.
This could be bad, but no. All the villages are safe. And the scouts lose a lot of HP, but they're still...
Control is there.
And those villages are so exposed. If Jesse would go over here, it would be so bad for Herr Acker.
Acker wanted to go for an aggressive tower rush, but finally...
But look at what happened in the meantime. 27 to 34 villages. So, in terms of economy, Herr Acker clearly having the lead at this point.
And he has the water.
He has the water. He kills the dock of Jesse the Emperor.
Not to forget about the water is a very important food income, especially in Castle Age, in early Castle Age.
Indeed, and now the spearmen come in! Disaster! And that's what I meant with overspending on scouts. But finally, Jesse is up to the Castle Age. So, no eco Castle Age, 27 to 36 villagers. But I mean, if Jesse just produces a couple of knights, then Herr Acker will be in big trouble. I mean, all he has is a couple of spearmen. That's not enough. So that now he's going back to stone. Maybe he's thinking about a castle. And we have a sneaky villager. Oh no, it's just a fishing villager, and he forgot about it.
A fisherman, isn't it a fisherwoman?
Oh, Age of Empires developers need to
Not
fix
gendered.
this.
Well, okay.
Fisher X would be correct to presume. Oh, another sneak villager going forward, but I don't think this one will do a whole lot. Because it's already chased by the archers and the spearmen. Let's look at the waypoints. Jesse always very keen on setting a lot of waypoints. He's redocking, but this is not gonna work. But now the Castle Age is in, and I want to see some knights from Jesse. So, Gummy Bear, talk us through the positions. So, which position do you like more, Herr Acker or Jesse the Empress?
Yeah, so what Jesse is experiencing right now is the transition of losing all the fish into making up your own food economy on land. And this is always difficult, and usually it's like a transition of 2 to 3 minutes where you have to become stable on your food land economy. And this is what we see right now in Jesse. I mean, he could produce villagers, knights from 2 stables, but he isn't. And it's because of the lack of food, basically.
Indeed, and look at this, Herr Acker just letting this villager get away with 2 HP. We have the 1 HP villager
with the very ballsy
was killed.
Sneaky tower.
Sneaky tower was killed, but this one lives on, and he can put a dock over here if he wants to, or no, he just goes back. As expected, but now the knights will come in. The knights are in the queue,
and he has already 4 of them. So this is a good number. Even though Herr Acker for sure has a good number of spearmen, but the knights.
Herr Acker is housed. He's housed, and he's not up to Castle Age yet. Even though he has water, how can this be? He doesn't have any food.
Exactly.
And now the knights are coming in, and he's still housed.
Jesse should be very cautious. And
he's just running in. But knights are just so good. I mean, look at all this army, and wasn't even okay. Now he killed 1 knight. So in the end, this tower not too bad. Gummiberg sneezing, so he got wrecked by the quick tip yesterday.
I was already wrecked before. But,
so you bring in the sickness. So after this weekend, we're all gonna be sick, and we know it's your fault. So just to have it on record.
Yeah, for the record, I think Sklebazer will bring the sickness without being sick himself.
When he brought the computer virus.
Alright, but you see the mobility of the knights, and Herr Acker still being housed.
He is like too much focusing on the knights, and the knights are running in, maybe getting, but they will get cleared up. Yeah, 1 villager, 3 knights lost.
You think someone can call?
And Acker's still housed.
Acker's still housed.
So he's
now finally
focusing on castle right now.
Yeah, now finally,
but he has not the food, even though he has like all the fish on the sea.
Maybe he has a lot of things in the queue. Yes, a little bit of a.
Yeah, but Herr Acker could be more aggressive. I mean, he has archers. He could just take a look what Jesse has. I mean, Jesse lost
If you cancel
4
the-
knights.
If you cancel the spears, you could go up.
Yeah. Well, it's only it's 4 spears in the queue. He's just too scared because he's like, okay, Castle Age, I can't do anything against Castle Age. But look at what Jesse has, nothing, basically nothing. But now this allows Jesse to get back into this game with another TC and with a siege workshop. So more knights coming out for Jesse the Emperor. I mean, ooh, and the scout from Jesse the Emperor. Yeah, he's
Men at arms, long sword.
And now even destroying the house.
even destroying the house, making sure that Herr Acker is housed forever.
Running into spears.
No, we killed a villager.
He did kill a villager, yes, with that scout, so the scout finally paid off a little bit.
2 villagers.
Still this clump of fishing ships, not doing anything. I don't know where the weak villager went. Probably just got killed somewhere. And yeah, we have a little bit of a stalemate situation, but Herr Acker should just be aggressive here.
Does Herr Acker even know about the position?
Well, Herr Acker should know about the position.
No, not yet. The scouting is not. Oh, he knows about the siege.
Knows about also the farms. He can see the farms. So he must know the rough position. And now he has quite the feudal army. Maybe he should wait for the Castle Age upgrades, because he is going up to Castle Age. Already being housed again! So we would need to ring the bell constantly. And now he's going up to the siege workshop. But that would leave his base kind of open to raids by the knights. But the knights are not thinking about it. Knight, longswordsman. But you cannot attack a TC with feudal age units. Oh, I think it's too early. He just needs to wait for Castle Age upgrades and then push from this direction into the economy of Jesse the Emperor. And he needs some siege for sure. So what is the status of the other players? Are they ready to play?
So Windows update is complete. Now his team is updating.
Play buzzer.
The naming award goes to.
I mean,
The PC, no, the
the PC.
will be like, okay, here, you have the award.
Oh, and now that the spearmen are out of position, and the knights can just go into the
And the
archers.
spearmen are underneath the TC, so
Oh god, what a disaster for Herr Acker. What a disaster. Losing all the spearmen, the knights can just clean up the archers
before crossbow.
before reaching Castle Age. And that's why you don't move out when you're expecting your upgrades to come out. Luckily, it was only 2 knights. Imagine if Jesse had just like 6 knights.
Exactly.
And
Yes. So the villager number now is quite even though Herr Acker has a lot of fishing ships. So just
with a second
Made it up.
TC, with like the early Castle Age, he made it up.
exactly. But yeah, I think
Ooh, ballsy forward castle there. But I think it will go up. It's just so much military around.
exactly. Yeah. I mean, it's not threatening the TC, but it's threatening the production buildings. So, well,
Exactly.
is there any chance for Jess? I mean, is he even producing military
I
units?
mean, he needs to boom ahead, maybe install this out. I mean, he has some nice engagements here because the units of Herr Acker are not fighting against the longswordsman. What is this?
I think the spears should attack the stable.
Yeah, but the archers, look at this. The longswordsman just killed all the army of Herr Acker. What is this? I mean, okay, granted, he still has 14 military, so it's probably not a big issue, and I think the castle will complete, and that should solidify the position of Herr Acker in this game. And yeah, I don't really see a way for Jesse the Emperor here.
Exactly. So now 1 Scorpion, but in general, Jesse was lacking the concept for his military, and he should constantly produce it. He sees his opponent having like an army of 20.
Indeed, but look at this. So he's just attacking, just click the stable, and that means his crossbowman, instead of attacking the longswordsman, is just shooting at the stable, and that's something.
Exactly. So the longswordman can just take out the castle. Right?
Yes, if left alone long enough, that's what you get. But now we have knights and
The
scorpions
Scorpion is a good choice here.
against.
You
Yeah.
have pikemen and
I think we have.
Murder holes.
Yeah, I believe so.
Do we? Okay, interesting.
We can watch if we click on the...
But he doesn't have a university, so...
No?
No, but I think he might.
Maybe
He's getting it now.
Maybe Malians have murder
No. It's just the Teucans that have the murder rolls. So in theory, good army composition against whatever Herr Acker has, but just the position on the map is just so much stronger for Herr Acker.
No, Petards are coming in.
Petards, well, maybe not the best choice. I think just some siege. Ah, he has cancelled them. Okay, that's very good. Still a lot of idle villages in the castle, but it's not a big problem. Taking out the production buildings of Jesse the Emperor. I think the GG could come in soon, unless a miracle happens. Another TC. 3 TCs for Jesse. He knows his only chance is to get ahead in economy and hope for a slip up of Herr Acker. But Herr Acker in firm control, having more villagers as well, having more military. And look at the kill-death ratio, 21 to 16, so he's even ahead in that regard, even though he's produced a lot of trash units. So overall, great performance by Herr Acker. He came to play, and I think he will take this first game of the Couch Cup, and with this, he will be placed first, for now at least. Unexpected. Who had thought about it? Nah. And yeah, maybe he can hold on to this position.
That would be terrible.
You know,
Another castle coming down here.
Okay.
But don't run with the crossbows underneath the town center.
Yeah,
Okay, Jess is...
But
and the Scorpion got a nice hit there.
but the villagers are out.
Oh, the villagers just running around.
Ballsy villages underneath the TC. I like it.
Yeah, but he cannot build the castle there because there's already something there. And, ooh, just throwing away the villagers and everything. But it doesn't matter. I mean, he will just build the castle over here. I don't think that Jesse can stop this, especially with the pikeman and the crossbowman over here. Even though it's just 3 villages for now, so he might be able to delay it a little bit.
But more villagers are coming.
Yes. Indeed, so there's basically no stopping this, even though...
But now Jesse the Emperor is ahead in future. I mean... Okay, he is booming on PPCs.
Yes,
Right,
oh, the Scorpions get some nice hits! Oh, the Scorpions! Oh, he could have killed all of the archers.
But they were on low HP, it makes sense to
Sniping the Scorps now, I think that's... I mean, granted, Herr Acker throws away all of his pikemen.
All the idle time of Jesse's town center. Just remove the villagers and bring them away.
Yes, indeed. But once this castle completes, you can shoot down this town center, and then, yeah, Jesse is completely enclosed in here. And then I maybe want to see Imperial Age from Herr Acker, because look at the resources. Okay, now he spent a lot of gold, but he had almost Imperial Age resources. Now finally bring in the Mangonel. Ooh, be careful with that. Let's see. He's not doing any friendly fire there, so good on him. And now all the villages are running. Another TC for Jesse the Emperor. And finally, Splay Buzzer is now playing, so we might be able to jump into the other game right away. After this one. So yeah, so now the Mangonel banging on the front door of Jesse the Emperor.
And Jesse's...
Oh, okay. Chopping wood within the range of the castle.
Yeah, I think it's GG. I don't know why he doesn't call it yet. But yeah, basically this game is over, even though Jesse the Emperor still has more villagers, but he has no space to take any resources. Now a disaster mining camp on the gold over here.
A faraway mining camp.
And this TC just goes down, and then Acker can just push in further, sit with the crossbows over here.
Another Kakadel.
Yeah, Poop is really nervous.
Cooper is so nervous.
He's like, yeah, because he has to play the reigning champion in the very first match. And remember, this is just a group stage, so it's okay if you lose 1 or 2 matches. It's not the end of the world. You just need to finish in the top 4 to move on to the semi-finals. So only 3 players will be eliminated in the group stages. And yeah, this is just waiting for this game to be over, basically. Jesse the Emperor now having some light cavalry. He loves his light cavalry for some reason. But yeah, I don't think there's anything he can do now. And he should just call the GG. Should look at the score and be like, okay, we have so many games to play today. We should just stop this now. Ooh, I see some nerves. So nervous. The nerves. Friendly fire with the mangonel, but it doesn't matter anymore. Oof. Oh, come on. Oh.
Okay.
This is a way to get back into this game. Losing absolutely everything. Yes. Yeah, we will. Yeah, we would have figured out the map if you guys would have been ready. But right now we're casting, so we cannot figure out the map.
It will be a matter of moving.
But you can tell us your bands.
Who and Henry band first?
I think the higher seed needs to start first.
Not really band. Arena.
Okay.
Okay. Bang Wooden.
Okay, so Arena and Water Nomad are being banned. And I don't know why these players are playing on. There's nothing that Jesse can do. So I guess we won't make the schedule in the end. Because of these games like these, where it's completely over. There's no way back. But Jesse just keeps on trying. He's just saying, why not? Why not get warmed up? Why not take the chance of getting my fingers warmed up? And so he just keeps on playing, keeps on building these town centers. But it is inevitable, Herr Acker going up to Imperial Age, and it should be Imperial Age into GG. And yeah, while we're waiting for that, we can actually select the map for the other match, which is... I don't know. We use a random number generator to determine which map they're gonna play. So each of the players gets a ban.
Well, this 1 to 6.
No, it's 1 to 8, because if we get one that has been banned, then we reroll. So we got 1, and 1 means it's Arabia, I guess.
What have you banned?
Watermelon.
Watermelon. You have not banned Arabia.
Well,
Yeah.
Watermelon is more there.
So they're gonna play on the home map of Slay Buzzer on Arabia.
Oh god.
But it's the new Arabia, so it's super aggressive. There's not much in the middle. So basically you cannot wall, you need to go aggressive.
Okay.
And yes, I think you can get ready, because we're gonna jump into your game then. Because I think this game is over. So yeah, so Foodpiece should have just banned Arabia.
Yeah, I don't know why he left Arabia.
Because on Water Nomad, Splay Buzzer would also be very uncomfortable.
Yeah, but more comfortable than in Arabia. On Arabia, Slay Buzzer is also not in Arabia.
Yeah. No, on Water Nomad he's not. Yes. So guys, I think yeah, we can watch this for a couple more minutes, and then we need to stop with this game. Herr Acker has won the first game, even though they're still playing with the Speculate. They're still fucking playing for whatever reason. But yeah, Jesse just wants to get warmed up, and he's right. He just needs to get the practice in. And anything can happen on these Nomad maps, but yeah, he has nothing. He has 38 villagers to 65. He has been completely ousted from his corner of the map. There's mangonels and crossbows roaming around. We now finally have a castle from Jesse the Emperor, so that might be enough to stabilize. But Herr Acker is in the Imperial Age, so he can just trap it down. So you guys set it to 3 minutes Speculate.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, they did. Perfect. And yeah, it's just a waiting game for Herr Acker to finish off. I know. So all the players seem really nervous. That's very interesting. Everyone's taking this super seriously. Everyone wants to get the giant cowbell. So all the players super hyped. And now what is this? We got some Conics on the field with upgrades from Jesse the Emperor, but he's missing bloodlines. So he should get that before running in. And what is this? I think... Oh, now Herr Acker needs to be careful with the archers. He's running right underneath the castle fire. Oh no, the castle is shooting and shooting and shooting. So many HP lost on these archers. More archers being lost, but the trebuchet is out. And so Herr Acker is getting ready to trap down this castle. And the Conics are coming in for a counter raid, and that could be actually quite effective. To be honest, I don't think it will change anything in this game, but yeah, Conics and Lightcap, and Herr Acker has nothing over here. But to be honest, this woodline is basically gone anyway, so he can just relocate his villagers if he notices. But I think the raid will gonna be very accessible. 1 villager down, 2 villagers down, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, what a disaster! Now he garrisons them inside the TC, but yeah, good counter raid by Jesse the Emperor, but not enough to equalize this game. The castle will go down. Ooh, don't lose your mangonels to the castle! Oh, mangonels are not good against castles, which you can see here.
But look on the right side and
yeah, we have the Arbalest inside the wood line, and yeah, it's a complete...
Melton Jesse Scout.
And the villagers as well, more villagers going down, but the raid still continuing here, and now the gold is open! What is this? Is Jesse gonna make a comeback here? I don't think so, but let's see, because Herr Acker throwing away his Arbalest! The town centers are the MVP for Jesse the Emperor, because the town centers have killed so much in this game.
Yeah, but Jesse had maybe 10 town centers in this game.
Yes, indeed. He has lost 4 already.
Yeah, I think we should switch to the other game now. Like...
I think still have 1 or 2 minutes spec delay. But yeah, I think that's it. I think they should just I don't know when the GG is gonna be called. Again, it can be called in 1 hour, 1 minute, or in 1 hour. The GG will be called. But I guess it's pretty clear what happened in this game. Herr Acker just got ahead in economy, was able to defend from the attacks of Jesse the Emperor. And again, we have technical difficulties. What is this? Probably a pause. Probably
Yeah,
psychological warfare.
Right?
The mind games are insane.
Psychological
Just
warfare.
cover your... No. Let's play was I can't play. Your laptop.
That's like always with the pauses. That's like what he does to get in your head. Spraybuzzer just pauses, and it's like, oh yeah, by the way, I forgot something. All right, so I think. Still not called a GG, but I think this game is definitely over. Even though some nice raids. Yeah, it's also psychological warfare. He's staying in the game. It's like, okay, maybe he will give up. At some point he will give up, but now this is the final TC. And I think with this, we are gonna stop with this game and switch on over to the next game.